Timberwolves in those fantastic City Edition jerseys, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the history of the City Edition jerseys a little bit later on in the broadcast. But Jim, and I say it every year, this one might be my favorite one, but this might be my favorite City Edition jersey.
I'm with you.
They've all been good. Bledsoe comes up with the steal to start the game for LA, and he's got a chance for an and one.
The Clippers have showed zone a bunch. 34 possessions last game for the Clippers showing zone. And that's a great sign right there. Jaden McDaniels knocking down the corner three. Ball movement so important. I think the Denver game kept me awake because Minnesota missed so many layups. They missed 12 layups in that game as Towns gets the three to go there.
Towns drills the three, the third triple of the game
here for Minnesota.
Towns, another attack and another finish for Cat.
Strong.
Prince gets all the way to the rack and finishes.
Yeah, didn't settle that time for a perimeter jump shot.
Anthony Edwards getting into the party.
Yeah, I was a much better player when I played with Hakeem Olajuwon than when I played next to Elton Lister.
It's funny how that happens.
Nothing wrong with Elton Lister. Big man is great. In fact, he's one of my dear friends, and I love him to death.
But they made a lot. And you think that this Timberwolves team could be on that same track. Prince trying to take it away from Batum. Man, he drills his second shot of the game.
Terrence Mann is in his zone as well. I mean, he was really good last ball game for the Clippers.
Uh-oh, Batum just took that away and takes it to distance. And just like that, remains 0 from downtown in this game. Mann has it poked away by Vanderbilt, but able to get it back. Edwards with the block. Blocks Hartenstein not once, but twice.
Vanderbilt has been wreaking havoc on the defensive end.
Kennard sets up Hartenstein right on the doorstep, and he's able to walk through. Terrence Mann up on him, forces him to give up the dribble. Shot clock getting low. Edwards for three, and of course he drills it.
When he misses, he tends to miss short, but that time had tremendous arc.
Jackson.
And that's got to get better. I mean, you can't have your worst quarter be the last quarter. Oh, nice finish by Jordan McLaughlin there. How the Clippers play defense here based on what they do offensively.
And Jim, they played zone on a healthy number of possessions on Wednesday as Paul George hits a tough shot baseline in the NBA because he's mastered making shots like that. If you're going to be diminutive and be in this league, you need to be able to do that. How about Anthony Edwards? He gets the dime on the read three. And Clippers are 0 for 7 from the outside the arc area tonight.
Three-point range?
Oh, yeah. I put myself into a box and I tried to get out of that corner. McLaughlin. Vanderbilt.
It's like a high wire act.
It really is. Beasley for three, and the Wolves are hitting the shots tonight. Bledsoe finds Zubac going for the stuff. Vando says, not on my watch.
You have to adjust now as a player.
Oh, McLaughlin, great knock away. Beasley gets it right back, was ready for it, drills the three.
Kind of transformed his game. He's been kind of a reluctant shooter in a Clipper uniform, but not any longer. Nice back cut that time by Nicholas Batum.
He's got 6 now in this game. Clippers on a 12-0 run. Minnesota won for its last 11, and Karl-Anthony Towns finally stops the bleeding.
They're trying to go score, stop, score here. That's what they're thinking.
Batum. Man, he had a couple of big threes the other night. That's his first made three in this game. So he's 7 of 10 in the 2 games from outside the arc here at Target Center. LA an 18-5 run. Beasley and Malik. Batum. Man.
Yeah, Minnesota did get one of those Portland players. It wasn't Nicholas Batum, though. It was Martell Webster. As Zubac gets the big throwdown. 6'8" is that big that can shoot and defend.
Ants underneath, and he draws the Ants one.
Yeah. We always love a good Ant one.
Edwards only 12 so far here tonight. Jackson. Reggie Jackson, nobody boxed him out after he got the shot away, so he says, I'll take a couple of second chance points. Paul George, he's the only Clipper with 3 personals, can't connect there, but Bledsoe there for the putback. Clippers trying to get it back to a 1-possession game. And they do get it to a 1-possession game.
Was continually dealing with double teams.
Oh, nice ball movement to find Beasley, but that time it doesn't go. And then they get it down to Williams, and it is a 1-point game. Passes out of it for Edwards, so use the escape dribble. Beasley, that rebound went a little bit too high, and Batum the other way. Passes to McLaughlin. Vanderbilt tries to keep it alive. The Timberwolves can't buy a bucket here in the third. And Terrence Mann with the finish.
They're driving layups that he's not been able to complete.
Beasley,
Beasley.
Did they need that?
Oh, that was refreshing.
It was a 16-0 run by LA. Beasley, and he comes up the curl to be able to make another 5th main triple of the game for Beasley. Thought maybe off that initial bounce it might come back down and go through. Jackson, that's a tough shot by Reggie Jackson. He's got 14 now in the game. Wolves trying to get back to 500 on the season. Edwards on the attack, goes to the left hand, and the finish.
That's called a punish and a finish right there. Again, angle screen.
Edwards for 3, and finally, able to connect from 3 in the second half.
Nas just comes up and sets a good screen and makes things happen.
Wolves on an 11-2 run until that 3 by Reggie Jackson. And now Paul George with 4 quick points here to start this quarter. Terrence Mann, and how about Paul George? Mann with the exclamation point finish, wow. But that pass by Paul George was perfectly placed off the deck.
Yeah,
Timberwolves have hit on only 8 of their last 41 shot attempts. Kennard, only his 11th shot attempt of the game. Still a lot of time, but the Clippers have been in control of this thing for most of the second half.
And how much, video you have to watch and how you have to look at the game and all the situational basketball you have to know as a head coach. As Pat Bev makes a really hard shot there.
Jackson. Paul George. Terrence Mann, one-handed. He goes in one fell swoop, grabs the rebound, and passes it.
Since being up by 20, 11 of 49 shooting.
Jim, the other thing is, though, you got to find more shots. I know he's been defended well, but you got to find a way to get more shots for Cat. Chris Finch said in the postgame, we got to get him more shots.
Yeah.
That 11 isn't enough. Yeah. So that's not my opinion. That's the head coach's opinion, and I'm sure he's going to feel the same way after this one, although there's the 3rd shot now of the second half, and he hits it. Well, Morrow trying to scoop past it inside tonight. Terrence Mann with a finish. Timberwolves with an anemic second half. 12 points in the 4th quarter, 27 points in the second half. Timberwolves, they followed that form.